A lot of people argue that voting for Romney is particularly important given the likely turnover of the Supreme Court. Is there a way you can summarize some of your thoughts or some of the arguments about that? In other words, how important is this election in terms of the future course of the Supreme Court? And what should we be thinking about in terms of likely nominees and that kind of thing?
It's critically important. A lot of people think we have a conservative Supreme Court. That's not true. And the Obama decision showed that that's not true. The Obamacare decision showed that's not true. The court is tilting between those who want to take us far to the left and those who respect precedent, or more importantly, respect the original Constitution. And if President Obama gets another term, I think the Constitution will be changed completely beyond recognition. If Mitt Romney is elected president, at least we have a hope of preserving America as a constitutional republic as our founders established it.
Are there any nominees who would likely make the lists that you think would be especially good or especially bad for that matter?
I'm going to pass on that one. I mean, this is the kind of thing that it's really too hard to tell at this point. But what you want to look for, in particular, are nominees who are products of the peak of the legal profession in terms of intellectual rigor, but have also shown their willingness to stand up to the left. We get somebody like Justice Scalia, for example, who comes out of Harvard, professor at University of Chicago. He's been exposed to the best that the left has to offer, and yet he stayed firm. I think that's the kind of nominee we need in the future.
So you have a book out on the Constitution, which is written for the layperson. Do you think that there's been or will soon be a real resurgence in popular understanding of the Constitution?
There's already been a tremendous resurgence in popular understanding of the Constitution. That's partly reflected in the sale of my books, but it's also reflected in the general recognition that the Constitution was put together for a reason. It stands for something. It stands for what's best in America. And as people see the sometimes destructive path on which America's been taken, they want to reclaim what is best in America. And one way to do that is by respecting the Constitution.